Hello and welcome to all viewers. My name is Hafiz Saleh and this is my imaginary friend named Ajim. So what is sembang, you say? My language, Malay, that means talk. In SembangCG, we are talking about computer graphic, a digital world where people can find satisfaction by creating art and masterpiece. So in my show, I'm gonna talk about visual effects, animation, anything that I find related to computer graphic. It's not a tutorial channel. It's more towards love, passion to do this as a hobby. And yet again, my intention is more to upskill in any area that you might find is the core in your skill set. CG is something that I've been practicing since 2001. I was 21 back then and I was so young. In this first episode, we're gonna sembanging the balance between the art and the technical in CG. Well, let's talk about art. It's an expression of a human creative skill. This skill need to be appreciated for their beauty or emotional power. But through experience, the artist went through many workflows from an indie art to commercial art. This is where we make money for living. In CG, the art lies on pixels that is rendered in computer. Or in my era, we call it multimedia, where text, image, video, animation, sound are masterpiece. Lines, pattern, meshes, color combination, composition, timing, in motion, rendering, to name a few, is what a digital artist produce in a workflow to finish a desired product. Each art from an artist came from a reference. Other than reference, intuition from what they see, from what they observe, thinking of something. These are the things that getting along to their inner soul. Some artists they express their digital art from the music they like, from the movie they like, from the games they really love to play, or from anime and more. If CG is your hobby, it's a plus to upskill very fast. So Ajim just came back from the montage. So Ajim, we are talking about CG artist now. Are you okay with that? Okay, cool. So let him chill first because he's like quite tired for his first episode. They do design, they understand it, they manipulate, they collaborate to stream within the professional in the industry. In my humble opinion, the art separate by two factors. One, where you make money from it. And number two, you are passionate to make it. That is something came from your soul. It's a form of art that you really like. It's true, bro. Because it's an artist's emotional power. Does this experience came along while watching YouTube tutorial? Half of it I agree, because I'm doing that too. In my old days, I have a big book, like a telephone book, and I find this bevel tool. For me, the experience of the technical knowledge came from whom we work along. I'm switching to Hollywood theatre industry. In that particular transition, I've learning a lot of technique from the others outside from my local country. It does motivate us to learn each team member techniques and manipulate them to become our technique. A technique is developed by an A to Z workflow from an artist. Many sections we pick compositor. Let's say green screen keying. Keying a green screen using new. So some artists like to use Primax, some like to use IBK gear, Some like to use key light and many plugins. And some of them typing an expression like R minus G minus something and the green screen gone. So all these people have many kind of methods. Some prefer one button click, everything gone on the green screen. But an experienced compositor manipulate them, mix them with an operation based on what their instinct says. This will do immersion, and most importantly, work along others in a team. For me, one way or another, keying a green screen is an art to get the balance of the light travel from the background and match real light to the foreground. Mainly on the edges. Compositors struggle with edges. This sounds so technical. A good keying is balancing those technical methods and how we see those pixels gel together. Focal, we have depth, we have blurring, chromatic, abbreviation, and many more. So a good compositor replicate this in their work. A good sense on both real world light, camera, lenses, technical stuff is a plus for a compositor to work at the best level that they can. The art of keying is to get the most pixel in the foreground, near to 98.5% from the original without producing any black edges or white edges. Another example to explain art and technical is motion graphics. It's one of the CG in the CG realm. It's good practice for CG artists to establish the art of motion. When a CG artist go deep in motion, it will somehow drive them to the world of 3D animation. Personally, I love 3D animation. I feel satisfaction. A good motion graphic will wow the audience, such as a product launching, an event launch, or an opening montage of a movie. Motion graphic artists play with lights, text, shiny objects, abstract objects, rhythmic motion of continuous camera, deformation of something into something. When you go in depth, there will be a lot of experimental stuff that you can explore. As time flies, CG artists keep on developing many skills in many areas, will end up become multitasker. It's a person does many things and knows many stuff to use on any type of output. By exploring all the known areas in CG, a multitasker is someone that you can rely with because they can suggest many options to get the job done if the workflow have problem along the way. In the next episode, I will be sembanging something that relate to the student, especially for multimedia and animation student, on how to impress your lecturer on your final year project and the people in the industry. So that's it for the first episode, and please subscribe my channel, give a like, thumbs up. I'll be seeing you in the next episode of SembangCG.